Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to this new video here on SUI. Had to make a video. SUI is at a crucial support level right here, and SUI has also not been performing too well. Over the last 24 hours, I'd say. I mean, yesterday over the course of the afternoon, SUI was still quite strong, and we tried to break out, even right here at 3.75. But at the same point of time, what we also saw, or at least I think most of us saw that, and that is something we've observed for the last couple of days already, is that the momentum for SUI is definitely dropping down, right? I mean, the volume right here is making lower highs. And then if you take a look at that volume right here, when we tried to break out, that was also very low, so the probability of getting that breakout already seemed very unlikely. Bitcoin has continued to be strong, right? So the market still feels relatively strong, but SUI is not really reacting to that anymore, like it was right here last week. And then right now we're at our main support level, which is like 3.4, as you can see historically. That's the main level, and we have the value area low at 3.45. And so far, look, do I think it's most likely that this level is going to hold? Yes, for now, I do think that is most likely. Main support level being 3.4, and I think, although we can drop down below that, I think it's most likely that ultimately it will hold, right? So that either we will find support there, or that we'll drop down below that and reclaim it, like we also did on Wednesday. So I do still think that's most likely, but I do also think that SUI is in a relatively fragile state, right? And personally, and most of you will not like this, and I can understand that. And I also I'm not saying that it's a 100% good idea, but I'm still more inclined to take a short position on SUI. For the reason that we are still at a major resistance level. So far, we haven't really been able to break through that, or we haven't even gotten close to breaking through $4 and 3.9. Then outside of that, on the 4-hour time frame, we've also seen some bearish divergences, right? Here you can see RSI is making lower highs right here, while the price is staying relatively stable. Same thing with the volume, so that's a double bearish divergence. And like I said, I mean, Bitcoin is still rallying up here, but if the Bitcoin dominance doesn't take a step back, and if we don't see some sort of a retrace with the Bitcoin dominance, then at some point of time the music stops, the light runs out, S&P 500 is going to pull back, Bitcoin will pull back together with that, and historically we have never seen that when the Bitcoin dominance rallies, and Bitcoin is very strong and altcoins are not, that when Bitcoin actually starts to fall, that altcoins will remain strong. Very often what happens then is that, a high Bitcoin dominance basically means that when Bitcoin is bullish, altcoins are less bullish, and when Bitcoin is bearish, altcoins are more bearish, right? So therefore, I would definitely be cautious. I mean, I think a bullish breakout for SUI is a possibility. It's just, at this point of time, definitely not something I would trade. And I would say, given the potential of bearish news today, also with non-farm payrolls, and the unemployment rate, and then Bitcoin also more likely to pull back here, I would say it's most likely that SUI is going to get a bearish breakdown into that main support level between 3.2 and $3. So yeah, that's what I would say is most likely for SUI. Now, short term, like I said, I still think we'll be able to hold support here. And there might be a long opportunity, as in if we drop down below 3.4, we reclaim that and you long the reclaim. And then we have quite a lot of imbalances to the upside. So short term, I do actually think we can still get back up to 3.65 and 3.7. However, I don't see any reason why we would break out above that. And I think ultimately a pullback is the more likely scenario. But those are my thoughts. Hopefully that helps. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.